So 34 days without drinking, and um, it's the best thing I've done. It's like it's such a relief. Like I feel like my brain just like it's like I'm using more of it, and it's like everything is making sense. And and I wanted to make this video because I wanted to say that sometimes like in life, like you don't, if you say you're quitting drinking, you don't necessarily have to it doesn't have to be where you one way is like I don't know if anybody has this problem, but sometimes you feel like you're making a change in your life, a big change, one that um is important, and the way that you're noticing the change is maybe by buying something. Say you buy a car, or you like get something new, and that's kind of the mark of your change, or that's a um oh so what I'm trying to say is that even though you're if you are deciding to quit drinking or any kind of drug, you're you know, your change is kind of in your own mind, and that's is big. You know, that's like an invisible change, but it's so important. And although maybe your friends and family don't notice that change, or they can't see it, or you do, but you're you're um you're not seeing any feedback from it. Like you quit, and you're not, things aren't getting better maybe in the first couple of weeks or month, and you're not having many improvements. Well, do you notice that your brain, like, you feel like you can think better? Do you notice, like, do you notice habits that you have? That is your room cleaner? Do you have certain habits that are getting to be better? And those questions are just ones that I've noticed in myself that actually have gotten quite a bit easier, better for me to do, and easier to handle, like, little things in life since quitting drinking. And so the change that you have, you know, you gotta, it's important to listen to yourself and your own mind and judgment of like what was going on. Because for me, I know, like, you know, without even really much of a question, that it's that the alcohol is like really helped me. Quitting is like really helped tremendously, like, in every way. And and so there might not be a big change like a vacation, or maybe like I'm not buying a car, or, you know, I don't have any monetary like goals. Like I'm not like I quit and now I'm able to buy this house, or like, and or you know, like I'm kind of just trying to say that you don't need to, your change can be inside of your mind, you know. You don't need that. You don't need these extra things to prove that you made a change or anything. I mean, it might not be bad to kind of have something that can remind you that you did decide to change, but I'm saying that it's it's great what you did, and it's all, you know, more of a mental thing, and keep going, and good luck and everything. That's kind of the video. I was, I don't remember what I was kind of thinking something about it before. I had a bunch of energy. I'm just going to work right now. I'm going to try to work 75 miles today. Ride 75 miles. I don't know if it'll happen. It's kind of hard to do. You got to get long distance orders to do that. But it's my goal, and my goal is like over 200 bucks. But so I'm working on it. I'm doing good. It's going really good. Life is working right, exactly perfect right now. and I know I wouldn't be able to say that without with continuing to drink. So anyway, good luck in life, and I guess what part of what I'm trying to say is, question yourself when you quit, and ask yourself how you feel. Take a look at how much more organized you are, how much more clean you are, if you're taking up any new habits. I noticed I've been interested in chess last night, and also my friend mentioned yoga, and I was like, maybe I can try it. And then there was one other thing I did that I never usually do. So there, see, because if you are able to kind of have more of a value of how much quitting drinking is helping, then maybe that'll help you to continue to quit. It's kind of like when I first started these videos, I was saying you gotta know where your bar is. You gotta know where what your standards are. What you don't go below, what you can't get above, and you want to always remember, what the problem was with alcohol, and keep your standards, and I almost think standards are kind of a way that it's a remembering, you remembered the bad effects of it, so don't lose track of that. Keep it on your mind, and also the standards thing is a huge deal to me, because one thing that I kind of maybe do is like self-sabotage myself. And it doesn't happen when I'm not drinking, I don't feel like. I feel like it has to do with drinking. And it's a destructive kind of way of keeping me on a certain standard. So say I make a bunch of money, but I use a little bit more money than I had, and with the credit too. And then so right there, I'm destructing the money that I made, and I'm also going in debt a little bit. So I think when you quit drinking, you might, if you are self-destructive, kind of look at what the reasons of that are. Like, if you can see it in yourself, like, why did I really do that? Why did I do that thing that I did? And as you continue to quit drinking, the one thing I really noticed is that, am I really going to go play chess with these people? Am I going to ask them how to play chess? I've never played. Am I going to learn it? It'd be really interesting. At Starbucks by Second City. And if I do, that's a whole new way of life. People spend a lot of time doing that out of their day. You could spend a big percentage of time doing that. So it would be, that would have to do with doing something new, and it's directly linked, I believe, to having your mind continue to move forward. So if you're doing something new and you notice that right now, and it's been a few weeks or a month, and you're starting to get new things. I'm older. I know when I was younger I would get more involved in new things, and now it's a little bit less. I know the things I like. It's kind of like I listen to old music, but I don't listen to new music as much. But yeah. So yeah. Once you move up a little bit, in your standards, and you kind of feel self-destructive, you want to get back. You want to wreck yourself to get yourself back to that level you're used to. You don't have to be afraid. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? You might fail at it. That's how you learn too. So, or maybe that's how you invent something new, is from failing. I used to make music on a guitar where every time I made a mistake, I would play that mistake, and I had songs where they were kind of just based on all these mistakes, which I thought was a lot of techniques basically, which they're made out of. So keep going, and once you go past your standards, you get into some gray territory, Lewis and Clark. But that's how you learn, and if you're polite and whatever, I mean, you're not really offend anybody. You can get into that area and kind of like see what happens, and you can always come back down from it. But don't be afraid to go there, because they say when you're outside of your comfort zone, that's when you're living. So keep going, don't give up. I'm gonna keep going forever, for at least, but for now, for a year. And it's been about 1/12 of a year. Seems like it's been forever, and I don't miss alcohol. The last few days I've been totally good. I'm starting to get into a good sleeping routine. It's been 1 month since I've gotten into that, and I don't know, things are going like perfect. I've been taking a lot of kratom, like too much kratom, which is kind of like way too much kratom, and it's I mean, it's a drug, so it's like, am I just giving up one for the other? I don't think it's as bad at all, but I could see how it could be addictive. But and I did quit for a while, and then it was and I want to quit again, because just to see what happens after a week, take a week off, because you get so used to kratom that you can take a ton all of a sudden and it doesn't even seem to affect you. It might make you tired, so it's but I still think it's great to get off of something, but I mean, but also it is addictive, they say, so you don't want to be stuck on it. But anyway, good luck in life, and keep moving forward. Take magnesium for stress. Try to get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Try to keep your stress level down, and even sometimes I won't go to certain restaurants because of stress, and I'm making myself take a day off of work a week, because to try to lower stress. Try to don't maybe drink too much coffee. Do what you can to keep your stress down, because those stress levels, and when you start getting hooked onto stress in your life, whatever it is, you can dwell on it, you think about it, your mind is on it, and you start, for me it goes around in my head like a loop of somebody saying something negative, or whatever it might be, whatever problem it might be, and then that kind of turns into a bigger stressful situation, and other things come out of it that are problems. And so I think it's worth getting, if you I almost think stress is maybe even like 40% of it. Like sleep is a huge one, you want to get that. But if you lowered your stress completely, imagine if you were really addicted to alcohol and you get over the first couple of days, you get over the withdrawal, imagine not having any stress. What you could lay in bed all day if you didn't have any stress and just be fine. So I mean, I don't think that's a good thing to do, lay in bed, but I think that stress is a giant factor into, sometimes I want to go meet somebody at a bar, and that's the stress of me, the anxiety of saying, oh, I'm getting too old, I want to kind of mingle with people. But that's also a good type of stress where I want to meet people. So there's a lot of types of stress, and you want the good kind, but to cut down on that stress, like taking magnesium, running is a mood lifter, like you getting up every day at the same time, getting sleep. I mean, those are such huge, fixing your bells, fixing your tooth that hurts you. So anyway, just making these videos. Hope that they help. All right, bye.